This is a Thunder Game Report.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner at Chesapeake Energy Arena, where the Thunder come away with a 101-85 victory over the Milwaukee Bucks, and most of it was thanks to an outstanding third quarter, where the Thunder scored more points in that one quarter than they did the entire first half. It was a struggle for the longest time tonight, but they end up winning. Kevin Durant had 33 points tonight. Serge Ibaka with a huge game, 17 points, 17 rebounds, and Jeremy Lamb bounced back with a nice game tonight after he had struggled the previous couple of games. Afterwards, we talked to head coach Scotty Brooks and to Jeremy Lamb.
That was a shootout. Well, actually, I thought our offense was much better in the second half. We didn't do a very good job of obviously making shots in the first half, but in the second half, 17 assists, I think only 6 turnovers. The ball was moving. There was enjoyment seeing that. Everybody wanted to help each other score, and I thought until that moment we were going to struggle offensively. We haven't shot the ball well the last 3 days or games, but I thought the guys did a good job there in that second half. Another guy, I'm proud of Jeremy. Jeremy had a tough night a couple of nights ago, and he bounced back. And a lot of times that's not easy to do when you haven't been through a lot of experiences in this league, having good games, bad games, and you don't have a lot to fall back on. But he bounced back, and he started off 0 for 2, and he hit 1 for 3. But he came back and gave us great energy, and we needed it. And Serge was all over the boards, and we needed every single one of his 17 rebounds, and he was active, blocking shots, altering shots, catching around the rim, and finishing with dunks. So it was a lot of good performances by a lot of guys.
Did your heart skip a beat when Durant has that hard fall?
I mean, you're always concerned. Either team, you don't want injuries to take place in a game, but that is part of the game. It's nothing that I worry about going into game or going into plays or going to the basket, or you just play. Hopefully the injuries don't happen. But Kevin he doesn't get a lot of credit for this, but he's as tough as anybody in this league. He takes a lot of hard fouls, but he just bounces back and gets the free throws and puts them in.
He was 1-9 before that, and then after, he shot great. Do you think that woke him up at all?
He missed some easy shots early, like a lot of us did. We missed a lot of easy shots that we have to somehow make in a hurry, like next game. Hopefully that happens. But the hard foul, it wasn't a hard foul. It was a bad fall. I don't know if it woke him up, but it sure helped our second half. And not that how. The second half passing really woke us up. I thought that was the key part of the game. Everybody that was on the floor was willing to pass to one another.
Hey, Coach. Talk about Derek Fisher coming in first off the bench. What was the reason for that? Were you just trying to mix things up? Was it a feel thing, or?
What do you mean? Like first guy on?
Yeah,
the
first guy off the bench.
I subs. I have to sub somebody first. Next game it might be Nick, Perry, Steven. It's just I have to sub somebody. Somebody has to be a first sub. No, other than I thought he was ready to come in.
Nick Galathunder.com. You pointed to the passing. Is that kind of what got you guys able to get past a slow shooting start, and why was that so important?
Well, we started off not making shots, and we just didn't make shots. But the thing I loved about it, we defended. That was one of some of our better defensive starts. We didn't give them a lot of easy looks. We forced them to take a lot of tough shots, and they only ended up 10 points for the quarter. I thought our defense was pretty good, other than the last 2 minutes of the second quarter, and then the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. I don't know how many points they had there. I would imagine they had 20 points with those 6 minutes. Other than that, I thought our defense was fine throughout the game. We held them to 39%. Like I said, our passing, 17 assists in the second half, made the difference.
Coach, what did you tell them at halftime? And then that one point in the third quarter, they had a 2-point lead. Then you go on an 11-2 run. I think you ended the quarter on a 10-1 run. The energy seemed a little bit higher in that quarter. What did you tell them at halftime?
Well, at halftime, I'd like to keep things somewhat between the team, but just told them we have to play better. We have to play better with the pass. We have to just continue to look for shots for each other, and I thought they did that in the second half.
Do you think the energy level was higher in the second
The
half?
energy, when you make shots, it always helps, but that's not an excuse. But I will say this: we weren't making shots, and our energy was good on the defensive end in that first quarter. So, a lot of areas of the floor I was proud of, and like I said, Jeremy Lamb did a great job of bouncing back, competing. Nick did a good job of competing. Fish, you can say it every game. He gives you everything he has. He's a winner. He's as big as a winner as this league has ever had.
Scott, not to belabor Kevin's toughness, but that's one of those where I would assume he'd rather stay in there and play. He's going to be stiff tomorrow, and that extra day before Memphis might help in that regard.
Yeah, we will practice tomorrow. We'll see how he feels tomorrow morning. There's a chance that he won't do much, or if any at all. But like I said, he is a tough. He bounces back. He takes a lot of hits, and he falls down, but he gets up. That's what makes him the winner that he is.
Darnell Mayberry, Oklahoma. And I apologize if you've already been asked this, but Jeremy Lamb goes 1 for 12 the other night at Denver, bounces back 6 of 10 tonight. What does that say about him in only his second year?
That's the first time I've talked
First
about
time you heard that question?
Yeah.
I said I
love it.
apologize.
I accept your apology. I love what Jeremy did tonight. He didn't shoot the ball well last game. He wanted to come back better, like all of our guys do, and he bounced back. He showed a lot of toughness, and these are steps that he has taken this year that he has to continue to take, the growth of a player, and we're seeing his growth right in front of our eyes, and our guys are enjoying it because he's likable. He wants to make the right play. He's not looking for shots. He's looking for plays, and that's what he does. And unfortunately, he missed a lot of open shots the last 2 games. And I told him this morning, let's hope that we get those same shots. And he did. He was aggressive, and it's great.
What was it about Jeremy Lamb's game tonight? I'm just kidding. What is it about Steven Adams? What from your perspective, the common theme? It seems like he does get under somebody's skin consistently. What do you see that he's doing that does that?
Well, he doesn't. You know what he does really well? He plays hard, and I look at that as a talent. Guys that play hard, to me, that's talent. And a lot of guys look at talent as running up and down the court and dunking every 3 games. Talent is playing hard every time you're on the court, and Steven does that. Whether it gets under a guy's skin, I don't know. I don't particularly know why, but he plays hard. He doesn't want to get into pushing and shoving and looking at you and staring you. He just plays hard and he goes down to the next play. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. He loves setting screens. He loves helping his teammates look good. And there's nothing that he does that is a concern with me. He's just, the experience that he's going to gain every game is valuable.
Well, Jeremy, after the last couple of games, how important was it to get this, especially on your home court tonight?
Felt good. We needed a win. We started off a little slow, but got it going, kept playing defense, and was able to win.
What was the biggest key in the third quarter when you guys put up 39 points, just 2 turnovers? What was the difference?
Just continue to trust each other. Playing defense, getting out in transition, passing the ball, getting good shots. Whenever, you can get good shots, it always helps the percentages.
Kevin seemed to really dictate a lot of the pace and flow. How much did he lead you guys tonight just with his all-around play?
Oh, he finds guys, rebounds, get out, hit shots, got blocks. He just did a lot, and, it's great.
Your game tonight, you seemed to find some areas where you could take advantage. Were there matchups or parts of the 2-man game with you and Nick that you were able to kind of exploit tonight?
I just think, they played a little zone, and, for shooters, a zone is a great thing. And my teammates found me, even though, I had some terrible games. My teammates still trusted me, coaches still trusted me, and I was able to knock some down.
How big was it to be able to bounce back like this, though? I mean, you struggled at your shot the last 2 games, and to bounce back like this, what does that do for you?
It's huge. Like you said, I struggled, so I tried to, do some things today. So I was able to get in passing lanes, knock down some shots, and whenever a shooter see the ball go through the rim, it's always a good thing.
That's Jeremy Lamb, and before that, we heard from head coach Scott Brooks. The Thunder will practice tomorrow. That's a rare practice on a Sunday. They'll fly then to Memphis. We'll play the Memphis Grizzlies and then down to Houston to take on the Rockets before coming back here on Friday to play the Golden State Warriors. So a busy week coming up for the Thunder. We'll continue to have updates right here on ThunderGameReport.com.